The magician opens a pack of cards. He gives the cards a shuffle. He selects out one card, the ace of spades. He takes the ace of spades and covers it up. He shuffles some more and finds another card, the queen of hearts. He takes the queen of hearts and just shakes it, and it transforms into the ace of spades. But now the other card is the queen of hearts. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Drake Effects here, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to do the best card transportation trick out there. But not only that, I'm going to be teaching you 4 different ways on how to do this trick. No joke, I'm literally teaching you the 4 best ways on how to perform this card transportation trick. Yes, I'm going to be teaching you the one in the intro, plus 3 extras, so make sure you stick around for the rest of the video. But without further ado, we might as well get into the first way of how to do it. Alright, before we actually get into the tutorial, we're going to go over the setup here first, okay? So what you're actually going to need is there's 2 ways of going about this. You can either use 2 duplicates just like this from another deck, or you can use 2 jokers just like this, okay? Now, they are different, but some are kind of the same or a little bit different, but these ones are pretty different, so I wouldn't use ones like this, but you can still use them if you want. But you just have to be really cautious about it because people are going to be more curious and more suspicious about jokers because there's 2 of them in every single deck of cards compared to there's not 2 duplicates, right? Now, we're not going to be using the jokers for this performance, but what you are going to need is a different color contrasting card. So for example, if you were using the jokers, you'd probably want like a red card or something that's completely different looking. But for this performance, we're going to use a ace because it's really different compared to the red queens here, kind of like that subscribe button. But here's what we're going to do. All you're going to do is just sandwich that card between both of the queens right here, okay? And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna place it right there on top. That's it. That's your entire setup for the first trick, okay? Now, let's get into the actual tutorial. All right, now for the tutorial, okay? What you're gonna do, obviously you have your 3 cards here on top. What you're gonna do is a false cut. So here, look, I'll teach you a quick little false cut, or you can search it on YouTube. It doesn't really matter. But all you wanna do is you wanna do a swing cut, kind of like this. You just kind of wanna hold it in middle grip, and then you wanna take your pointer finger here and just swing it off like this, and then you wanna place your little pinky right there, and then you want to grab another packet, take this 3rd packet, set it down on the table, and then you have this packet here that has a pinky break in it, and then you just want to take this top packet here, place it on top of the 3rd one, and then that last one you just place on top. And that actually does not change the order of the cards at all. It will literally just leave these cards here, but it looks like you're actually shuffling the cards, okay? Now, what you want to do is you want to grab a double lift break, okay? So right here, I have a pinky break underneath 2 cards like this. Hopefully you can see that on camera. Right there, I have a little break underneath 2 cards right here, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to perform a double lift, okay? Here, look, I'll teach you a really easy way, or again, you can just go search it on YouTube, something like that, okay? What you're going to do, you're going to slide your middle finger underneath the card here, and then you're also going to take your index finger and slide it under there as well, okay? And then you're going to take your thumb and apply pressure between both of your fingers here. Now, this card is literally not going to go anywhere, or these 2 cards, they're not going to go anywhere. I can literally shake whatever I want. They're pretty much going to stay intact, okay? You have a really good grip on them here. Now, what you want to do is you just want to slide them against the deck like this. You see this? I'm just going to slide it and drop it. That's all I'm going to do, but I'm going to drop it a little bit higher compared to squared with the deck, so I can just pull down with my pointer finger like this, and then I can just get another break, push back, and then I have a good little break here. All right? Now, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to take that ace and show them, okay, here's the ace of spades. Hey, spectator, can you hold out your hand flat just like so? What they're going to do is they're going to hold out their hand like this, and you're going to turn the double lift back over, and they're going to think they're putting the ace of spades into their hand, but really, it's going to be that queen of hearts, okay? Then, or a different card, whatever you're using. Then, what you're going to do is you're going to ask them to put their hand over this card, but you need a reason to be able to put this hand over the card, okay? So what I like to say is I like to be like, okay, make sure the card doesn't like fly away, so just place your hand on top just so I can't get anywhere near it, okay? They put their hand on top. Now they can't see the card from either angle unless they just pick up and see it, but most of the time they'll just sit like this, okay? Because spectators don't like to ruin magic tricks, especially if you're like a new person to them. They don't like to be rude and stuff like that, so they'll just sit like this. Then here, we'll use a poker chip for this. Bang, that's my hand. There we go. All right, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna do that same false cut yet again. Boom, 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 just like so. Say, give it 3 cuts, and then you're gonna be like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get another card. You grab another pinky break underneath 2 cards, just like so. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn it over just like so and be like, okay, here, look, we have the Queen of Hearts right here, all right? All you wanna do is just turn that Queen of Hearts over and be like, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna shake it over your hand just like this and watch as I can get the Ace of Spades to go into my hand, and in your hand is actually the Queen of Hearts. You see, you really want to draw out this moment. It is insane to spectators. All right, but then after you draw out that moment and you really make them believe that this card is completely switched inside of their hands, what you want to do, just grab it and put them away, and then you can go on to another trick, do whatever you want. You can cut them into the middle, just go away from it. Don't let them be able to see that other duplicate queen, all right? Like this. You don't want to let them see that other card. But without further ado, let's jump into number 2. All right, time for method 2. All you want to do, same setup, just the same thing. You want the exact same setup, all right? And you're pretty much going to do the same thing, but with this time, you want to have 2 spectators, okay? And now we're going up in levels at this. So level number 1, like I just showed you, is going to be the easiest, and then level number 4 is going to be the hardest, all right? Now, for level 2, why I say this is harder is you're literally going to do the same trick, but it's with 2 people. So you want to be careful because the other one might sway their opinion on if they want to turn over that card or whatever. All you want to do is the same thing. You do that double lift, or however I taught you in the first way. Here's the Ace of Spades. Spectator number 1, can you hold out your hand? Bang, bang, bang. Put your hand on top. And then spectator number 2, after you do the false cuts or whatever, you can do whatever you want. And then be like spectator number 2, can you also hold out your hand? And here's the Queen of Hearts, and just put that into your hand. Bang, bang, over top. There we go. Everything's done. And then what I like to do here is, since it's in both of their hands, I like to take my fingers like this, pretend I'm grabbing that card out of their hands, and just do a little sound effect. I can't do sound effects right now, but I don't know why. Boom. There we go. Sound effect, bang. They think that something magical just happened. You're a magician. They must believe you. I mean, it's pretty much what we do. So, after you did that, you want to tell them to slowly turn over their hand like this, and then slowly lift up their hand. And what they'll see is that the Ace of Spades has changed here, and the Queen of Hearts has changed here. Pretty simple compared to the first one. It's pretty much the same thing, but with just 2 people, okay? Let's hop into number 3. This one's a little bit different. All right, for way number 3, the setup is a little bit different, okay? You just want to take those 2 queens or 2 duplicates and just throw them right there on top. Bang. That's all the setup is. Literally, that's all you need, okay? You don't need another card that's color contrasting or anything like that. All you want them to do is pick out a card, okay? Hope that they don't pick the top 2. If you want to, you can do something like this. Have them say stop, and then from where they say stop, you can pick out a card. But you can do it however you want. Just hope that they don't pick these top 2 cards, all right? Then, once they have out their card, let's hope that it's a black card. Okay, the Jack of Hearts, we're not going to go with that just for YouTube reasons. There we go. We'll go with the King of Spades, all right? What you want to do is you want to do a top change, okay? But you need a little bit of misdirection for this. Be like, all right, all I want you to do is hold out your hand. And while you're saying that, all I want you to do is hold out your hand, I want you to do a top change like that. You see that? How I switched out the card? All I want you to do, ooh, okay, what just happened there? All right, all I want you to do is just hold out your hand. And then like that, I just switched the card. Just like so, bang. All I want you to do is hold out your hand. Boom, switched it again. Now, for a little tutorial on how to do that, you want to push out this card and you want to square this one up with this one while you're kind of tilted up like this. And then you want to apply pressure with both your thumb and all 4 of your fingers down here, and you want to slide like that. You see the friction changes them out. They just slide off of each other just like that, right? And then once you're really good at it, you can kind of just do it from wherever you want, right? Now, here, let me get the, all right, let me get the king of spades here, and watch. Bang, just like that. You want a top change, but with a little bit of misdirection. Be like, all right, now all I want you to do is just to hold out your hand. And when they hold out their hand, place that queen into their hand, put the poker chip or their hand on top. All right, and then you're gonna get out a second card. And this card is obviously gonna be one of those, not here, one of those queens, all right? Now, all you wanna do is you just want to do that false cut. Be like, all right, here, I'm going to get out a card for myself this time, okay? And then all you want to do, get that little pinky break underneath those two cards, just like that. If you can see that, hopefully, there we go. Two little pinky break, there we go. And then just do that double lift. Be like, all right, now this is going to be my card, okay? The Queen of Hearts. And then what I like to do is I like to place that card inside of my hand, just like this. And then now we're both like this. And watch, all I do is I just shake mine, and then I can be like, look, I got your card inside of my hand, and inside of your hand is my card. And you really draw out that moment, make it look just amazing, okay? And then that's pretty much it. It's with a selected card, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for that misdirection, all that, but it's still an amazing effect. I do that one all the time. And let's just hop right into number 4. All right, now for number 4, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get out another color contrasting card. For this example, we'll just do the ace of clubs since I can't find the ace of spades for whatever reason. And here's what we'll do. Just take that ace of clubs. I want you to place it down here first, okay? And then take both of your duplicates and put those on top. And now before you go up to the spectator, or if you're really good, all I want you to do is grab a triple lift. That is a quadruple. I want you to grab a triple lift, just like that. That is 3 cards. I want you to hold it underneath your little pinky, just like that. You see, bang, bang, little triple lift, just like that. And then you want to turn it over like you're doing that double. Do it a little more concealed though, and hold it down like this so they can't actually see that the bottom here, because if they see this, they might be like, ooh, why is that card so thick? But if you hold it kind of down like this, they can't really tell how many cards are there, okay? And make sure the edges are kind of lined up, unlike mine, because my hands are sweating. But that ace of clubs, okay? Be like, all right, here, look, we have the ace of clubs here. Then you want to turn that over, place that in their hand. This is just a one spectator trick. And then you want to do, obviously, a little false cut like this. And then you want to just not do any double lift or triple or anything. Just turn over one card. Be like, all right, here, look, we have the Queen of Hearts here, okay? And then you want to pick up another card from underneath this one. Look, I get a double like this, so they're back to back. You see this? And then from that, I place my thumb on one corner, and then my ring or my middle finger on one corner. All right, and then look, I just shake it over this card like this, and on the first or second shake, I'm gonna take this finger here. I try to place it as close as I can to my middle, and I'm just gonna turn it over just like that. You see? But underneath, when I'm shaking it, it kind of just looks like it changes. That was really bad, but normally you can get it to kind of just look something like that, and it looks like it's changing in front of their very eyes. It's a crazy moment. Okay, here, look, we'll go over this one more time really slowly. Watch. You go here, look, all right, we have the Queen of Hearts here, and watch, if I just take the Queen of Hearts and I shake it, ooh, okay, we'll do it a little bit better. Watch, if we just take the Queen of Hearts and I just shake it over your card like that, you see, I can actually get your card here, and inside of your hand, you actually have the card that was just in my hand. And that's a really visual trick for them, because they just seen this card in your hand, and then in their hand was the card that they just seen. It's such a good trick. It is definitely the best out of the 4, but it is a little bit difficult with that triple lift. But trust me, if you do it enough, you can master that, and then it's gonna be an amazing trick for any time you want, as long as you have that double or those jokers like I was talking about in the beginning. But without further ado, that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching to the end. And if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff just for me if you want, I guess. But I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Goodbye.